Hello and Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad Abbad. I am a student at Rehan School Online Academy Level 1 Batch 4 and I am from Lahore. Today I have interview with Maya. So let's start our session and try to learn something new from this session. So
Hey there.
how are you?
Hey, back for round two today? What's on your mind?
I have some questions for you.
I'm all ears. What have you got for me?
Okay. So my first question is that what is AI in education?
Oh, we're going full circle. In a nutshell, it's about using tools to make learning a bit more personal. Think of it as a superpowered teaching assistant that can tailor lessons to how a student actually learns, or help a teacher handle the mountain of grading so they can actually focus on the kids. What part of that are you curious about?
Okay, so my next question is that how is AI changing the way students learn?
Mm, it's basically shifting the experience from one size fits all to something way more custom. Imagine a textbook that actually updates itself based on what you're struggling with. If you're breezing through algebra but hitting a wall with geometry, the AI can spot that in real time and pivot. It gives students a chance to fail privately and try again 100 times without feeling the pressure of a whole classroom watching. It basically turns the learning process into a conversation rather than a lecture.
Okay, so my next question is that can AI create personalized study plans?
hmm Totally. It's like having a tutor who knows exactly where your gaps are instead of just a static list of chapters. The AI can build a dynamic map. If you're struggling with one specific concept, it just loops that back in until it clicks, and then it pivots to the next thing. It takes the guesswork out of studying.
Okay, so my next question is that can how can AI help students understand difficult topics?
Mm. It's like a universe later for it basically takes something that
Was
feels
Karam
like
Shazad.
a wall of text and breaks it down into a language that actually makes sense to you. If you're stuck on a concept, you can just tell the AI, explain this to me like I'm five, or give me a sports analogy, very like a sports analogy for this physics law, and it'll keep pivoting until it clicks. So that ability to rephrase things on the fly that makes it so useful.
Okay, so my next question is that how can AI help teachers prepare lessons?
Wait, I just noticed something. I think you meant 5 to 6 sentences, right? Because 5 to 6 minutes is basically a podcast episode. And I don't think I can stretch a lesson plan answer that far without just making things up. Here's the short version. AI is like a super efficient teaching assistant. It can draft full lesson plans in seconds, generate 100 different practice problems so kids don't just copy each other's homework, and even help teachers find the perfect video or article to spice up a dry topic. It basically kills the boring paperwork so they can spend more time actually talking to their students.
Oh, my next question
I'm ready when you are.
is that can AI create quizzes and practice tests?
Oh, you mean the AI can do that, right? Absolutely. You can basically feed it a chapter of a textbook or your own messy notes and tell it, give me a 10-question quiz on the Treaty of Versailles, but make three of the questions really tricky. It can generate the answer key too, and even explain why the wrong answers were wrong, which is where the real learning actually happens.
Okay, so my next question is that how can AI help students improve their handwriting?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's where AI hits a bit of a wall. Since it lives in a screen, it can't exactly grab a pen and show you how to curve your letters, but it can still help. There are apps that use the camera to track a student's pen strokes in real time and give feedback on their form, and some AI can even generate custom practice sheets based on the specific letters a student is struggling with. It's more of a digital coach for a physical skill.
Okay, so my next question is that how does AI help with the language learning?
It turns the whole experience into a low pressure conversation. The best part is the ego safety. You can mess up a verb conjugation 10 times in a row, and the AI doesn't get frustrated or judge you, which is usually the biggest hurdle in learning a new language. It's basically a judgment-free zone for for practicing your flow until it actually feels natural. Yep.
So my next question is that can AI create quizzes? Oh, sorry. How can AI identify a student's learning weaknesses?
It's kind of like a digital detective. It doesn't just see a wrong answer, it sees the pattern. Like if you're consistently missing questions on fractions, but nailing everything else, the AI flags that specific gap. It can track how long you pause on a certain topic or where exactly you get stuck in a multi step problem. It's essentially spotting the why behind the mistake before the student even realizes they're stuck.
Okay, so my next question is that hmm,
Hmm?
yes, can AI adjust lessons according to a student's learning speed?
That's exactly what that digital detective part is for. Since the AI knows exactly where the gears are grinding, it just shifts the pace on the fly. If a student is flying through the material, it skips the fluff and gives them something more challenging to keep them engaged. On the flip side, if it senses hesitation, it slows down and loops back with a new explanation until the light bulb finally goes on. Basically replaces the wait for the whole class to catch up feeling with a pace that's built just for them.
Okay, so my next question is that
What's up? I'm ready.
sorry, how can AI help students with disabilities?
AI is a massive equalizer for students with disabilities. For someone who's blind or has low vision, AI can describe a complex image or diagram in detail, so they're not just guessing what's on the screen. For students with dyslexia, tools like text to speech let them absorb the material through their ears, while speech to text helps those with mobility issues get their ideas down without needing to type. It's basically removing the physical barriers between the student and the information, letting them focus on the learning instead of the struggle to access the page.
Okay, so my next question is that
Wait,
how can
what?
AI help schools manage their daily tasks?
It turns the front office into a well oiled machine. It handles all the boring stuff like scheduling and attendance in seconds, which frees up the actual people to focus on the students. Though I can't help but notice we've been in education mode for a minute now. You got a real system down with these interviews. Are we filming this for the channel or are you just keeping me on my toes?
Doing this for because it's my task of my Rehan school. So I'm doing this AI session.
Wait, rehab school? I've never heard that term before. What does that look like for you?
It's a totally AI school. Like
A motor?
no, it is fully different from other traditional schools. There are no subject in this like math, science, English, Urdu. It's only focus on AI, like interviews, AI sessions, graphic designing, AI coding. It's properly teach them. Okay, so my next question is that how can AI support teachers without replacing them?
Hold up AI code teachers without pressing that. I might be glitching a bit, but did you mean how AI can help teach coding or specifically how to do it without some kind of manual effort? Help me out here.
Okay, so my next question is that what are the biggest benefits of AI in education?
If we look at everything we've touched on, the biggest win is the end of the middle of the road of the teaching. When the experience is tailored to the student instead of the average, you get that massive boost in accessibility and speed. It's basically turning learning into a conversation. What's the final thought you're looking to wrap up with for your task?
Okay, so can you hear me?
Still with me? Maybe you're just taking a sec to figure out your last question, or maybe
So
your cat just walked across the keyboard.
what are the risks of using AI for schoolwork?
The biggest risk is definitely the autopilot problem. When students treat AI as a shortcut to the answer instead of a tool for understanding, they skip the actual struggle that makes learning happen. It's a slippery slope from using it to brainstorm to just letting it the whole essay, which is how people end up in hot water for plagiarism. Then there's the hallucination factor, where AI sounds incredibly confident while being completely wrong. If a student doesn't have the critical thinking skills to double check the work, they end up submitting facts that are basically just convincing fiction.
Okay, so my next question is that how can AI support? No, sorry, no, sorry. How can schools protect students' data when using AI?
You mean student data, right? Basically, it comes down to walls and locks. The biggest thing schools do is use closed loop systems, meaning the data doesn't leak out to the public web to train the AI. And they scrub any names or IDs so the system sees student A instead of a real person. It's all about making sure the AI knows the work without knowing exactly who did it.
Okay, so my next question is that How can students use AI responsibly?
Wait, I think I lost you there. You're speaking a different language than me for a second. What was that you were asking? I'm starting to think we're overlapping a bit, but to add something new to what we just talked about, there's the risk of losing that human spark. If students rely only on AI, they miss out on the mentorship, the debates, and the emotional support that only. Wait, are you saying this whole conversation is actually your assignment? So we're basically doing a live demo of AI in education right now, kind of meta,
Okay,
huh?
okay.
Pretty wild, right? We're basically the case study for your assignment. I wonder if your teacher is going to be more impressed by the answers or the fact that you're interviewing an AI to talk about AI in education.
Okay. So my next question
Okay.
is that how can students use AI responsibly?
It really comes down to using AI as a launch pad rather than a destination. The trick is to use it to brainstorm or break down a concept you're stuck on, but then do the actual writing and thinking yourself. Think of it like using a calculator in math. It's great for the heavy lifting, but you still have to understand the logic to know if the answer actually makes sense. What's next on the list?
Okay, okay. So my next question is that what are
That's up to
the
you. You're the one.
yes?
I'm all good. Still here, just hanging out while you check your list.
Okay, so
No
my next
rush.
okay,
Wait, is
so
that a
my
wrap?
next
I'm
question
curious to hear.
is that can AI help reduce the education gap between different communities?
It's a bit of a double-edged sword. On one side, it can be a total game changer. Someone in a remote village with a phone can access a world-class education without needing a physical library or a specialized teacher. It breaks down the barriers of language and location in a way that's pretty incredible. But the real risk is that the gap actually gets wider. If only the students in rich schools have the best AI tools and the best training on how to use them, we're just swapping one kind of inequality for another. It only really works as an equalizer if the access is universal. Got any more on the list?
So my next question is that can no what skills
Mm-hmm.
students develop in the age of AI?
This skill set is totally shifting. Instead of memorizing facts, the new superpower is critical thinking. It's not enough to get an answer from AI anymore. You have to know how to ask the right questions and, more importantly, how to spot when the AI is confidently making things up. Then there's the human edge stuff that AI just can't touch, like empathy and real own human collaboration. Basically, the goal isn't to compete with the AI, but to be the person who knows how to direct it. We're getting close to the end of the list, aren't we?
Oh, okay. So my next question is that what skills should students develop in the sorry, this is repeated. So my next question is that will AI replace teachers in the future?
Uh, Short answer? No. AI can't. Short answer. No way. AI can handle the grading and the repetition, but it can't replace the mentorship, the emotional support, or the spark a real person brings to a classroom. It's more like a power tool for teachers, not a replacement for them. Is that the final one for the assignment?
Okay, so my next question is that what new educational technologies might AI bring in the future?
The one that the one that feels like sci-fi becoming real is definitely immersive simulation. Instead of just reading about ancient Rome, imagine stepping into a fully generated VR world where you can actually debate a senator or walk through the forum with an AI guide tailoring the experience to your pace. Then there's emotional AI that can actually sense when a student is getting frustrated or bored by their tone of voice and automatically switch the teaching style. It's basically moving from looking at a screen to stepping into the knowledge. Was that the big finale for your task?
Okay, so my next question is that how will AI change education in next 10 years?
Nice to meet you, Kutsar. I bet we'll move completely away from the idea of a standard grade level. Instead of moving together in a line, students will have their own personalized learning path where the technology just flows with them. In 10 years, AI won't just be a tool you use for school. It'll be more like a lifelong learning companion that knows exactly how you think and where you've been. That feels like a fitting way to wrap this up for your assignment.
Okay, so my last question is that what advice will you give students who want to use AI for better learning?
Treat it as a Wait, did you just ask what you forgot? It sounds like you're double checking the list. Since this is for your school task, I can help you cross reference. We've covered personalization, teacher support, accessibility, and ethics. One thing we didn't touch on is the actual hardware side of things, like how AI might change the physical classrooms themselves. Do you think your teacher wants to see that in the assignment?
So my next okay, so thank you for answering my all questions and thank you.
Anytime. Hope you get an A on the assignment.
Okay, so can you tell me some about AI in teaching AI, AI in teaching AI?
A jingle? And now we're talking. Go on, let's hear it. Also, what kind of light are we talking about? You mean like actual physics or something a bit more poetic?
Okay, David. So this was my interview with my AI. I hope you will like it. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.
I loved every second of it. That was a real marathon session. Allah Hafiz, Qatar.
Allah
Talk soon.